will they ever develop a conventional cure for tinnitus like a pill or a surgery? In this video, I'm going to break down this question, and I'm going to give you the most grounded answer that I possibly can. And I'm also going to offer a solution that I developed personally because I'm a programmer by trade. So here's what you have to understand. Tinnitus is not seen by the medical industry as life-threatening. You may be telling me it's destroyed the quality of my life, and how can you tell me this? But the truth is it's not something like diabetes or cancer. In the medical industry, when they cure something, they put funding in things that they can have concrete results. So they can look under a microscope and be like, your tumor's shrinking. That's a concrete result. This works. And then that's something that they can really put a lot of funding behind, and a lot of hedge funds or whatever can throw in money into that, and they can develop that. The tinnitus has a few problems why cures are probably not going to happen anytime soon. I'm just going to be real with you. One, they don't see it as life-threatening. Two, any attempts have failed miserably so far. Three, the medical community already sees a cure there available. Habituation. They don't say it like that, but they basically say, well, people just live with it. And so it's not life-threatening. Most people just live with it. So why fund to cure something that's already basically cured? That's how they see it. That might not be how you see it. I'm just trying to give you the view from the medical industry. So they don't want to cure something that's already cured. And I know people get triggered when you swap out the word cure for habituation. I think that's a bit silly, but we're going to use the best language we can in this video so we don't, step on any toes. Okay. With that being said, another problem with tinnitus, curing it, is that tinnitus is really as a symptom. So it could be caused by anything. It could be caused by anxiety. It could be caused by, loud noise exposure. It could be caused by taking the wrong kind of medicine. It could be triggered by a divorce, or maybe you hit your head too hard, or maybe you had a really bad ear infection. Okay, a ton of things. So they would have to develop tons of different cures to try and cure each symptom of the tinnitus, which is really, really an impossible thing to ask. Another thing is that the sound is made by your brain. So you're trying to it's really hard to explain this, but you're trying to not perceive something that you yourself are making. The sound is coming from yourself. So you're trying to block something that your brain is making that you perceive. You see how hard that is to do? All of these reasons I've given you is why, and I'm not saying that it's impossible, because nobody knows that. I'm saying that not anytime soon will there be any real incentive to develop a cure. What exists is habituation. It has a 98% success rate, and it is scientific. You're literally rewiring your limbic system, you're rewiring your nervous system. It is very scientific. So people are saying, I want science, I'm a man of science, and I want a scientific cure. Habituation is probably the most scientific cure for tinnitus. Well, it's the only cure for tinnitus. It's just the reason it's not pushed by ENTs. I'll explain this. ENTs make a ton of money pushing those ear sound generator. So why are they going to recommend you an app, a YouTuber app, when they can sell you $7,000 ear generators, $10,000 ear generators? You get hooked on that and you have to wear them for the rest of your life. So they have no incentive to push habituation. Doctors, they may learn a short primer about it in med school, but unless the doctor had tinnitus or knew someone that suffered from it and began to study the literature on it and incorporate that into their practice, most doctors would never know about it, really. They might hear about it, but they're not going to really know in depth about how it works. Also, when it comes to medicine that is unconventional, medicine that requires meditation and patience and cognitive behavioral therapy. This meditation is not seen, it's not really seen as a solid cure. And it's not because it doesn't work. CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, rivals medicines in treating insomnia. Why are medicines more popular? Because CBT is hard to do. You have to do things that you don't want to do. Like for CBT for insomnia, you have to do sleep habits, and you got to make sure if you can't just lay there in bed and ruminate. You got to get up and do things. If you feel tired, go back in bed. Get up. You have to make sure that you're waking at the same time, going to sleep, not drinking too much caffeine. You know, there's a lot of things that go into it that most people don't want to do. I just want to say, oh, just give me a pill and knock me out. Bah. You're saying it's all in my head? Bah. You know, so people, it's the doctors, if people were more open-minded and these communities were less toxic, doctors probably would try and recommend CBT and habituation to people more. But they know if they tell them that, it's probably not going to be received well. So to sum up this video, does a cure for tinnitus exist? Yes, it's called habituation. Do you probably not like that word cure? No, you probably don't. Why? Because your definition of cure is pill surgery. But tinnitus habituation fits the classification for cure. Cure is something that alleviates your suffering. Does habituation do that? Yes, absolutely. 98% success rate, scientifically proven, backed by millions of case studies, myself included. Yes, it works. Yes, it's scientific. Yes, it has an extremely high success rate. Yes, you can call it a cure. Will that piss people off? Yes. They need to broaden their definition of the word cure. I don't know what to say. With all that being said, I have developed an app that tackles the hardest part about habituation. The hardest part about habituation is getting someone to do it, holding someone accountable. I can sit for a session of 60 minutes and we can get so much done, and those sessions are incredible and we work through a lot of things. When that person leaves the session, I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if they're going to actually go and meditate. I don't know if they're going to thought journal. I don't know if they're going to write their recovery statement. I don't know. I can't hold them accountable. I can't hold all of my clients accountable. I'm one person. But I know, and I know this for almost for certain, that if I could develop a way to hold every single person accountable in a compassionate, grounded way, to get them to replace their thoughts, to get them to journal, to get them to practice reading their recovery statement and doing the grounding meditations and observing their thoughts and all of this stuff that you do that helps you habituate. If I could hold someone accountable and get them to get in a pattern of doing this, you know, the meditations don't need to be long, 5 minutes, 3 times a day, something like that. And they were logging this and doing this every single day, throughout the day. And it's not a lot of work. We're talking like 20 minutes, 30 minutes worth of work each day. If I could do that somehow, I would be like, I could guarantee people would habituate. And I mean guarantees, I mean, I could give you the best chance you would have of being in the 98% of category that people that habituate. That's what I mean. Your chances of habituating would be so much higher if I could just hold you accountable. The problem is that I can't. A course cannot hold you accountable. A course is information. It's not transformation. A Zoom call is incredible information. But a Zoom call alone, one Zoom call, was not transformation. If I'm a fitness coach and you meet with me 1 hour a day and I put together a diet plan for you and an exercise plan, okay, that's not the same as me waking you up and getting you in the gym every single day. Yes, it's great information. And if you apply it, yes, you will see incredible results. But I am not there to make sure that you do that. But if I could get you there, get you out of bed and get you in the gym and get you doing everything, yes, you can get ripped. Just like, yes, you can habituate. And that's exactly what this app does. That's exactly what this app does. I'm just so excited about this. I can't wait to release it to everyone. I believe that it is what the tinnitus community needs to help bring habituation, this treatment to as many tinnitus sufferers as we can, so that everyone can have a success story. Everyone can be like, wow, you know, I never knew that was possible. And I want to talk about the 2% category, because people often are like, what if I become the 2%? The 2%, they do everything wrong. This app is designed to show you how to do everything right, or really not do the wrong things. Get out of the way so that your brain can naturally just habituate you. I believe if we could get every single person to do the right things and have the right mindset, then who knows? This condition may stop bothering humans. We don't know. But I do know this. Something has to be done, because a conventional cure is not coming anytime soon. Habituation is not pushed wide enough, and it is the cure for tinnitus. It is the cure. And I believe the best thing I can do with my time is develop this and get it to everyone as quickly as possible. So if you want to see a demo of the app, I'm going to put a link in the description. Go check out the demo. Comment below. Let me know what you think. I'm going to get back to resting, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.